In the summer of 2006, a 22-year-old walked into a board meeting and ended it before it started. "This is just a formality," he said. "We're not selling here." 2 years earlier, Facebook had launched out of a Harvard dorm room. Now it had 8 million users, $30 million in revenue, and zero profit. And sitting across the table was an offer that would have changed that overnight. $1 billion from Yahoo. 2 of the 3 people in that room thought he should take it. Peter Thiel, Facebook's earliest investor, was ready to sign. So was board member Jim Breyer. They pushed back immediately. $1 billion, they reminded him, was a lot of money. And Zuckerberg himself owned roughly a quarter of the company, meaning this single decision was worth something like $250 million to a 22-year-old who hadn't even graduated college. Zuckerberg's answer wasn't complicated. He told them he didn't actually know what he'd do with that kind of money. He'd probably just start another social networking company. But he already had one. So why would he sell it? It wasn't bravado, it was math, just a different kind than the one his investors were running. Thiel and Breyer were measuring the offer against the company Facebook was that day. Zuckerberg was measuring it against the company he believed Facebook hadn't become yet. His team was weeks away from launching something internally called the news feed, a feature he was convinced would change not just Facebook, but how people used the internet. Yahoo had made an offer based on what Facebook already was. It had no real model for what Facebook was about to be, so the meeting that was supposed to settle a $1 billion deal lasted 10 minutes, not because the decision was rushed, because it had already been made before anyone sat down. Then Yahoo blinked first. Weeks later, the company posted disappointing earnings and its own stock dropped. Suddenly nervous about the price tag it had offered, Yahoo came back to the table with a lower number, $850 million. Same company, same trajectory, less money, offered with less conviction. If the original $1 billion offer had been hard to walk away from, the discounted one wasn't even a real conversation. The board rejected it almost as fast as it had arrived, and this time there was no debate to have. Yahoo never returned with a better offer. Facebook never looked back. In the years that followed, the newsfeed Zuckerberg had bet the company on became one of the most consequential products in the history of the internet, fundamentally changing how people consumed information online. Facebook expanded beyond college campuses, then beyond the United States, then became something close to a permanent fixture of daily life for billions of people. By the time the company went public in 2012, the valuation Yahoo once offered $1 billion for looked almost quaint. Today, the company Zuckerberg refused to sell is worth more than $1 trillion, over 1,000 times what was on the table that Monday morning. Yahoo, meanwhile, spent the years after that meeting in a slow decline, eventually selling its core business for a fraction of what it once offered to pay for a 2-year-old college website. Here's the lesson underneath the story. The best founders don't measure an offer against what they have right now. They measure it against what they believe they can still build. $1 billion was real money sitting on a real table with 2 trusted advisors telling him to take it. But it was a number based on what Facebook already was, not what it was about to become. The hardest decisions in business aren't the ones where the right answer is unclear. They're the ones where everyone around you can see the safe choice clearly, and you can see something they can't yet.